PAQ 101.
Hi, and welcome to PAQ 101. I'm your host, Ruby Q. Today's topic is coronavirus in perspective, without the hype, because, as you and I know, the virus is exaggerated beyond belief. What is COVID really? Yes, we know that it's an infectious disease which goes through your saliva when you cough, sneeze, or even sing, by close contact when you're facing the person or people. And that's why I guess we wear the mask to protect ourselves from the saliva going on our face and body, which I do get, but it should be limited time when you're really close to people and not moving. But when you're active or alone and you're not facing anyone, you shouldn't be forced to wear it because the oxygen goes in through your nose and carbon dioxide goes out of your mouth. To be honest, with my own personal experience, I feel nauseous because the mask blocks the oxygen going in and the carbon dioxide going out. The other thing I don't particularly agree with is this guilty of corona till proven innocent, which I feel is not a healthy way to think, because that stresses people and that kind of thinking make people worry and scaring people, and especially children, causing unnecessary panic for nothing, saying every human being has corona is worse than actually having disease itself. The reality, to be honest, is not that scary. Most people affected with COVID will experience a mild to moderate respiratory illness and recover without requiring special treatment. And yes, I've known people who have done that. The things that these people have in common is a healthy mind and healthy body, and are generally positive with life. But I think the problem nowadays is that with large cities and towns globally, immunity systems are down, hence the overcrowding of hospitals. And I think what Corona has actually done in reality has shown the lifestyle we are leading is not healthy. And that's the first thing to change. The best way to deal with chronic illnesses is to take care of your body, and it'll take care of you. Finally, I'd like to briefly mention the vaccines. What use are they actually? None. When vaccines were first created, it was used in World War II for soldiers in the trenches because the environment and the conditions they were in. I know someone who created these vaccines, and they are not for everyone. There's no solution of one fit all. It's about being healthy in the body and the mind, which can fight off any disease. In fact, one book I have, which is called Alternatives to Vaccination, one lady doctor from Canada ended up in jail for telling patients not to take the vaccines and exposing the truth. The book is great because it gives you better options than taking vaccines, and I personally would never take them. There's too many side effects and I don't feel they work. From my own experience, when I switched to herbs and used food as medicine, I got better and I hardly get sick. I've changed my lifestyle, slowed down, and this has helped me feel mentally and physically better. And I've known others who have felt the same. I hope this will give you some encouragement to think and review your lifestyle change. And thanks for listening. Part 2, I will cover the lessons learned from this pandemic and the positive impact, and ideas to improve the immune system without the expense.
PAQ 101.
Welcome back to part 2 of PAQ 101. I'm your host, Ruby Q. In part 1, I went over the COVID in perspective, what the symptoms, what doesn't work, which are vaccines. Now, I'm going to touch upon coughing and sneezing. Any physician who uses natural medicine and works with your body and not against it will tell you when you cough and sneeze or get any other reaction from your body, it's the body defense trying to get the germ or virus out. These reactions or symptoms are trying to heal your body. Cough and sneeze is not a disease. This is a big misconception, and knowing the reality of what it is makes it less scary. What have we learned from this pandemic? Let me give you some positivity from my own personal experience. I learned to bake bread and cook better. I completed my advanced public speaking and leadership skills from Toastmasters. I also got creative, like doing an outdoor movie theatre, just using my projector computer and a blank wall in my front garden. I also took up a lot of writing, which is writing short film scripts. It was nice on the news. I heard that the earth was healing when the planes and other transportation stopped working, and animals like cats would walk the streets without cars on the roads and pollution went down. But you know what? The biggest thing for some people who could work from home, no rushing for trains, buses or stuck in traffic, increase in productivity, feeling less sick because less stress. I hope companies will take note of this and give a choice to work from home or office. All you need is a laptop, internet and a phone. I hope this will continue when the pandemic finishes. And transportation should be for those people who have to leave their houses, like nurses and doctors or field workers, and hopefully less overcrowded trains and buses and transportation in general. I'd finally like to end up with suggestions to boost the immune system. You can use echinacea, which is an American herb used for colds and flus. One recipe comes to mind when I used to boost my immune system is 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/2 teaspoon of ginger and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. In powder form, mix it. You can have it hot like a tea. Add some honey to make it sweet. You add a pinch of black pepper because that enhances the turmeric property. Have it at least once or twice a day. Yes, I remember when I sneezed, I take it and my sneezes go within a day. And with that thought, I'd like to end with stay safe, get healthy and be positive. If we all work together and stop listening to exaggerated views, then maybe we can reduce it in this pandemic.
PAQ 101.